In this video, I'm going to show you how you can be able to use Bolt version 2 to build a full stack application like this, where we have a whiteboarding tool simply using AI here to generate a diagram. So here you can see that we submit a natural language and the AI here will generate a diagram for us. And most importantly, it also comes with authentications. So if we were to log out, you can see we can sign in or sign up for the application and also have the ability to view the code and also be able to persist the data in a database. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can be able to deploy this using this platform called Bolt. So with that being said, if you're interested, let's get into it. All right, so to get started, first thing first, we're going to navigate to Bolt.new, and this is their landing page. So right away, you can see that we're prompted with the prompt window here. Simply, we can provide our app idea or the instructions on how to build the application, and the Bolt AI here is going to build this application here. Now, before we test out this platform, I also want to explore some functionalities that version 2 of Bolt has introduced. So one of them is introducing Claude Code coding agents, which should make our app building here much more accurate. And then here we also have our plan mode, which basically start to plan the application development before it starts to do the implementation, which is really helpful. So the other part is that we can also be able to import the designs from Figma or existing code base from GitHub. And then the other functionality here is that we can be able to attach files and also be able to add an enhanced prompt here as well. So let's say we have a prompt like this, where we're trying to build an application that's similar to this, where we can be able to draw things, basically have a simple diagram to show in a presentation and such, right? We can be able to create a box, we can be able to draw things, type things, and so much more. So here I'm just going to take a screenshot of this and be able to add it here to basically saying that this is what we're trying to build or this is what we're trying to clone, right? And here you can see that this is the prompt that we have. And what we're going to do is we're going to using the enhance prompt functionality and basically let it to enhance my prompt based on what we're trying to build. So here you can see here that we have our core functionality and the UI components and the AI integrations, visual renderings, requirements, user experience, and so much more. And then here you can see that in terms of the library, we're using this library here, which is the rough.js, which I basically did some research and found that this library is very similar in terms of the UI element for what we're trying to clone here for this application. So in this case, we're just going to use that for the visual elements. And here we're just going to say, click on build now. We have the Claude Code agent selected. Everything's good to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on build now and let Bolt AI here to generate the planning here. Okay, so right away you can see that it has given a title for this project, which is the AI natural language diagrammer. And right now you can see that Bolt AI here is trying to do the planning. So let's wait for a bit until it fully plans the thing. All right, so now you can see that it has fully analyzed the project requirements. So basically this is the plan that it wrote for building an AI powered diagramming web application. And then here you can see this is our foundation for the dependency setups, the core canvas, the rough.js drawing system, the natural language processing for integrations. So it's going to create a AI service module for interacting with Claude API. And there's also the automatic layout algorithm. There's also the AI inputs, the toolbar for the manual drawing tools, and also the diagram state managements, so much more. Okay, so if we were to scroll down, there's also like additional follow-up questions we can answer. So this is the summary, and this is the clarified questions. So in terms of the AI model for the application, should we use the Claude API directly, or do you prefer the integrating with other LMs like OpenAI, GPT-4, or self-hosted model? So here we're just gonna select I want to use GPT 4.1 from Azure. And then in terms of the authentication, the requirements, so do we want authentications for the system? So here we're going to say yes, we can use simple email and password for logins. And in terms of collaboration features, we can be able to say no for now, just to keep the application much more simpler here. All right, so pretty much with those information given, here you can see that Bolt AI here started building applications all from scratch. So here you can see it start to install the dependencies, right? The rough.js, the Azure one, and also set up the database schema for the authentication and diagrams. There's also creating the authentication system with email and password, core canvas, rough.js drawing, and also creating an AI service for the Azure OpenAI GPT 4.1, which is what I mentioned before for the clarification questions, designing the AI input toolbar, and also the remaining stuff. So here you can see the plan is also complete, and we have our full application, which is built from the first attempt. So let's try to test it out, right? So here we're just gonna provide the sign up here. I'm just gonna say eric@email.com, and here we're just gonna say password like 1, 2, or and here I'm just going to provide the password here. And here within the first attempt, you can see that we have our canvas. We can be able to zoom in, zoom out. We can be able to select different elements. All right, so here, let's say if I have a simple natural language here. So when user navigates the homepage, then they click on the sign up page and then fill out the registration form. So here, basically, I want to see if it is able to generate a diagram like this. So here you can see that this is the diagram that it generates. So user visit the homepage, click on the sign up button and then fills in the registration form. So we have a simple diagram like this, okay, which is pretty cool. Let's say if we want to generate another one. So let's say if I have another one, which is for e-commerce. So when user adds an item to the cart, so let's say if I would ask it to generate, let's see what it does here. Okay, so here you can see that it replaced the existing one. So we have our start, user add a cart, add item to the cart, proceed to checkout, and complete the payment. And then here we have the end. Okay, so we can also be able to save this. I have a PNG for this. Okay, so let's say if I were to open this, here you can see that this is what it looks like. Obviously, it might not look very good because we have the start cutting out. And so if I were to do it like this for a bit, download this again, you can see that the result looks more better. Okay, but still we want us to, drag and drop. We should be able to have the ability to, move it around for the element or resize it. So we can be able to improve that later. There's also the button for, there's also the button for logout, which you can see that we can be able to log out to the application. And now if I were to sign in again, you can see that we're signing back to the application here. So obviously I don't think it has the ability to save. So those are some things that we can probably improve for the second revision. All right, so with some more testing here, you can see that I have basically added some couple feedbacks on what are we gonna do for the next revision. So here you can see that, like what we mentioned, we have the enhanced prompt functionality. So what we can do is we can take this revision prompt that we have and click on the enhanced prompt and basically let the AI here to enhance our prompt for us. Okay, so once everything looks good, I'm just gonna click on submit and let Bolt here do the planning before it starts to do the implementation. Oftentimes I find that if you are able to do the planning first before it starts to do implementation, I think it gives you much more accuracy. So basically that's how I find it to improve the accuracy a lot more. So here you can see it has taken multiple actions, and let's try to expand this as well to see what it does here. So you can see that it started to do searching, started to do reading through the code and try to come up with the answer for the plan here. All right, so let's take a look at what it creates here. So here you can see that it started to do some research, and then here it basically summarized the current state of the application. So basically it started to analyze the current state, and this is what it looks like. So we have our tools, right? We have our toolbar, which doesn't have the creation elements. So here, if we were to add an element, it doesn't able to create the element on the page. So there's no manual element selections, which here you can see that the Codebase has analyzed that it found this issue. And there's also the Bolt database for authentication and diagram storage. And then there's also additional things that it includes for the current state. And then here it also creates a plan for how it's going to improve the applications based on the feedback that we create. So once we look through this, right, once we make sure that everything looks good, what we're going to do is we're going to be able to say that please implement this plan. All right, so now you can see that it has implemented the plan, and here is what the result look like. So we have the plan implemented, and basically we have our application, which here you can see the data has persisted after we logged in. And there's also added the save button where it can be able to save the diagram that we have built. We can also be able to create a new diagram, which we can be able to see here. Basically, you can see here that auto saves this, progress. So if there's any new change, it will auto save. So if I were to refresh, you can see that the current diagram here persisted on the page. So I can be able to double click, be able to change the text here. So if I were to change my name to be Eric, here you can see this is what it looks like, which here you can see that it auto saves again. And now if I were to also click on the select button here, I can also be able to select any elements on the page and be able to use that as reference for the prompting. So let's say if I were to select this button right here, and here I'm just going to provide a prompt saying that we want to also export in JSON file instead for the future. So here we're just going to submit this prompt, and basically you can see that Bolt here understand exactly what we're referencing and is able to making that change. So now while it's doing that, let me also show you some other additional features or functionality that Bolt has. First of all, you can be able to see the entire code base for this entire application. Now, unlike some other platforms for no-code solutions, where you can only be able to see the code that's built on that platform, here you can see that it has the entire applications all from scratch, like the package.json, which you can see here, the tsconfig, and also for the front end and also the back end as well. Okay, and here below that we also have our terminal. We can also be able to click on this to add more terminal. Let's say if we wanted to run some commands in a terminal, we can be able to do this inside of this virtual environment here. And then there's also the database functionality. And in terms of the current database here, you can see we only have one table, which is diagrams. And inside of this table, we have two rows, which currently you can see that we have our title, right? And also the descriptions, as well as the JSON data for the diagrams and when it was created and so much more. And there's also the authentications. So currently I have only signed up with email. So basically it has keep track here for the user management in terms of the user management, which we can see here. Okay. And pretty much you can see there's also file storage, knowledge base, project backups. So let's say if we want to revert back to different versions, we can do that here. There's also domains and hostings. So the project's not published yet, so you can go back here to be able to click on publish. And here, let's say if I were to click on publish this project, currently you can see it is going to build this project and try to make it to publish. All right, so now you can see that the application is fully published. So you can click on this link here and we are basically navigating to this application. Okay, so we can also be able to click on the inspect mode to be able to see if there's any logs in console. Awesome. So now you can see that we have signed into this application and we're pretty much able to have this application deployed and use it freely anywhere in the world. And pretty much we can be able to share this URL to anyone and be able to use this platform right away, which is pretty cool. All right. So in terms of the additional functionalities, I also want to share that if we were to click on the more options here, you can see that there's also project settings, right? So we can be able to change the different models here. We can change the project to be public, private, right? Most importantly, there's also additional integration with payment. So I can be able to add a payment here to be able to have user to pay things before it start to use this application, right? So which is really cool that it has the Stripe payment integrations. And of course, if you are looking to see all the integrations that we have, you can also be able to click on the project settings. And then there's also more integrations that we can connect. For example, like Codebase, Netlify, and also Figma design as well. And lastly, I also want to mention there's also the GitHub button where you can be able to connect your project to a GitHub account. And if you want to export this project, maybe you want to upload this to Bitbucket or any other code platforms, version controls, you can simply just click on this project and click on export and be able to download this in a code file here. Okay, so pretty much that's it for this video. And just to wrap things up, basically we went over how you can be able to use Bolt AI here. Simply take that idea and do some planning, and then eventually have Bolt AI using the Claude Code agents to do the implementations, do the revisions, and at the end we can be able to test it with the virtual environments that we have. We can also be able to view the full code base, also the database storage as well, and eventually we have the application hosted in the cloud, publish it using Bolt. So pretty much that's the demo for this video. If you do find value in this video, please make sure to like this video, consider subscribe for more content like this. But with that being said, I will see you in the next video.